And hello again, YouTube. Yeah, I'm walking alone. That's kind of my, that's kind of become what I do more often than not. I just walk alone by myself. I talk to myself. It's 1:50 in the morning, Wednesday, March 2nd, 2022. Um, yeah, I walk alone. I wish there was somebody walking beside me or walking with me or along for the journey, but I just can't seem to find anybody interested in walking. So here I am. So had a couple interesting conversations with people at Newtown, and I had at least one not so interesting conversation. But yeah, didn't find love, and I didn't really expect I would. It's generally speaking, I don't swing that way, but it's I don't know. It's all things considered, it's one of the less depressing bars that's walking distance from home. I mean, the obvious would have been I could have walked over to the Dirty Drummer, but still not happy about Dirty Drummer. I mean, Dirty Drummer during the pandemic kept saying that they would consider me for karaoke, and I would love to have a karaoke gig so close to home. And then when they finally did bring karaoke back, they just hired Spencer, brought Spencer back after Spencer left. So I guess good for them, good for Spencer, whatever. Speaking of Spencer, I've been following 414 Pizza on both TikTok and and Snapchat, and they don't really put much on their social media. It's just little basically what looks like little short ads, which is kind of disappointing. I figure as a karaoke bar they could put a lot more interesting, more personalized stuff, but just these little stylistic ads, which kind of gives me the feeling that they're probably just done by somebody that's contracted to kind of give them a social media presence, because it's just really nothing, very little about what they post that really represents what 414 on Mill is, because I love 414 on Mill. Even after the way I was so abruptly let go without explanation, I still love going there. I still love drinking there. I still love singing there. It's a fun place. But nothing that gets posted on their social media, or at least where I follow them on social media, which is Snapchat and TikTok. Is there anything that I really feel captures the essence of what they got going on there? But what gets me more than that, I wanted to share because it's just silly to me, is that so apparently Spencer's opened another location of 414, karaoke and pizza in Mesa, and they keep advertising the address on both TikTok and Snapchat as, I forget the address, but it's something like a 3-digit number, South Southern. And I've sent messages on both platforms saying, hey, that doesn't work. In Mesa, Southern goes east and west. Is the address East Southern or West Southern? Because there is no South Southern. And I've got no response whatsoever. So, like, whoever's doing their social media, here's a tip. If you're doing social media for a business, respond to people. It doesn't even matter what you respond. I mean, even an I don't know would tell me that I wasn't being ignored. But yeah, no response whatsoever from 414 social media. And meanwhile, as far as I know, the last time I went there, Spencer was actually hosting it himself over at the Tuesday karaoke over at the Dirty Drummer, right there by my place over 44th Street in Oak. So, I mean, I could go there. I could sing, you know. I could get wings there. I mean, Newtown doesn't even have any food other than bags of chips, which are overpriced and hard pass from me. But yeah. Yeah, the wings are kind of pricey over there, but they're probably the best wings I've had in a bar anywhere in Phoenix. Their dry rub hot wings are just phenomenal, and I got the money for good wings right now. I do. But normally I just get frustrated. I'm frustrated that I don't feel they gave me a chance to the karaoke there. I feel like my karaoke show would have really kicked ass there and taken it to levels higher than what Spencer's doing there. Although, to give Spencer credit for what he's doing, the last time I was there, he actually did add an additional screen at like the foot of the stage, so you can get on the stage and look down and see your lyrics. So props to Spencer for that. I did really enjoy that the last time I went there and sang. But yeah, every time I go there, I just feel like there's just the pain of knowing that I kind of had my foot in the door and just like, yeah, wasn't good enough or whatever. And sometimes I think I pick it in the dumpster. I guess it's that time of night, isn't it? The other thing was with going there is I don't feel. I mean, you know, let's face it. I'm out looking for the love that I'm not getting at home. That is what that is. There are no longer any benefits in the relationship that I'm in with my so-called significant other that I live with. So I'm looking for benefits. I'm looking for an FWB to have a very physical relationship with, who has her own place. Because obviously it would be awkward if I was to bring her to my place, and probably a hell of a turnoff. Yeah, I've not even come remotely close to making any kind of a connection like that with anybody ever at the Dirty Drummer. In fact, for the most part, when I'm at the Dirty Drummer, I just kind of sit by myself. I eat my hot wings, and it's an odd occasion when I ever talk to anybody. And when I do, it's usually some random young dude, and we're talking about music or karaoke. So, I've seen women there I find attractive, but they're usually a solid generation younger than me and just not interested. And the fuck kind of woman's interested in a guy that doesn't drive in Phoenix anyway, right? So, last video probably, if anybody actually watched the last video, probably left you with more questions than answers, because I was talking about how frustrated I was. Which led to about a 24-hour period of me just laying in bed, depressed, just wanting to go to sleep and not wake up, which is a feeling I have a lot. You know, I probably would have killed myself by now if I wasn't just so afraid of what's on the other side. Because for the most part, I've been pretty dissatisfied with life for years, and the frustrating and depressing and unfulfilled times greatly outweigh the happy times. Although one of my direct supervisors at Amazon did say something to me that kind of clicked, and I kind of wanted to explain like how I ended up 24 hours ish ago in bed with Priscilla, but her just flatly denying anything more than me laying next to her, which I was desperately in need of more than just laying next to her. Oh gosh, you have to excuse me. I've had several of the vodka punches over at Newtown, and my head's a little fuzzy right now. Um, anyway, what do you call it? So yeah, I went into Amazon. Did my shift on Sunday night, Monday morning. That was the day I did got the SIM card in, got the paper clip from the guys over at from the shoe people, and yeah, still don't have service on that phone, which is kind of a crisis now because I'm already out of data. Didn't take me long at all to use up my 10 gigs on Mint Mobile on my iPhone, and I just find their whole pricing structure for additional data to just be so predatory. I refuse to buy anymore. It's not even I can't afford it. It's just I'm just so bothered by it on principle that I just refuse to buy any more data from them. Honestly, at this point, I just soon get another contract from another phone company with a whole new number and hotspot that than give Mint additional number because of the way their pricing structure is. And if it was $20 for an additional 10 gigs, I'd probably be cool with that. Like $20 for 10 gig plan, $20 for additional 10 gigs. That's fair. Seems fair. But the whole I think it's I don't want to misquote their prices, but I think at this point, like, I'm out of data. My $20 plan, which I got on sale for $10, unlimited talk, unlimited text, and 10 gigs of data. $20 plan, I got it for 10. The best deal they're offering for additional data is $20 for an additional gig. $20 for one fucking gig. Yeah, sorry, Deadpool. Eat a dick. Meanwhile, I got a SIM card with unlimited, well, not unlimited data, but a substantial amount of data from TrueConnect, but it's not working in my, my Samsung phone. And as per usual, Jeff is not returning my text messages because I would have loved to have left Newtown and gone over to his place and handled this. But, I mean, Newtown is less than a 10-minute walk to his apartment. But, nah, it's not happening either. No, hopefully I can handle that at the iPhone store today. It just occurred to me I could probably put that SIM card in the Obama phone that I got from Assurance Wireless, and as god awful as that phone is, I could be hotspotting it. But yeah, I really want to get it working in that Samsung phone. I do like the Samsung phone, the A02s. I mean, for what it is, it's got a remarkable battery life, and it's got a damn nice screen on it. And you know, I mean, here I am shooting video with it. It doesn't shoot bad video. In fact, the only place I feel it really fails, as far as for shooting video, is I feel like it should have more resolution options. Like, I dig that it has a square option for like a 1:1 aspect ratio. I think that's really cool. But when you shoot in a square, it's 1080 by 1080. Period. That's it. That's the only option you got. 1080 by 1080. I feel like there should be a 720 by 720 option, a 480 by 480 option, and what the fuck? There should even be a 360 by 360 option. And sometimes you just want to shoot a low-res video and not take up a lot of space because you ain't got a lot of space. I mean, the reality is it's a phone that only has 32 gigs. I think it's 32 gigs or maybe 64 gigs. I forget how much space it is, but it's not a lot of space. It's easy to use it up. Okay, I need to pee, and looks like there's almost people squatting over there, so I don't want to pee on them. What is this? Looks like somebody left their food on the wall. The very same wall I'm pissing on. I probably should have used the restrooms at Newtown before I left. I mean, it's one thing to be frustrated about a lack of public restrooms, but it's a whole other thing to be frustrated about a lack of public restrooms when you just left a business that you were spent a substantial amount of money at and didn't bother to use the restrooms that are available. And I'm in that category right now. So I guess the question is, where the fuck am I going? What the fuck am I doing? Well, right now I'm peeing. Thanks for asking. There's those 3 large glasses of punch had to come out. I'm curious what's up with this food. Fruit and cheese snack pack. Like somebody ate the fruit and left the cheese, and the cheese is probably toxic as fuck by now. Yeah, not eating that. Wish you'd have thrown your garbage away. Alright. There's nice people squatting right there. Maybe it's just a remnants of a bicycle. No, but it looks like it's a bicycle with a shelter made out of blankets that somebody's sleeping in. The homeless situation is overwhelming, and the homeless situation in Phoenix is nothing compared to what I'm seeing in videos of Los Angeles and Portland and Seattle. Actually, lately I've been subscribed. So I'm a Redditor. I think I've covered that. Lately I actually joined our Tucson. I haven't lived in Tucson for a long time, but I lived in Tucson for a while. And before that used to be one of my favorite places to go to get away from Phoenix. And there's still a part of me that feels kind of connected to Tucson. Anyway, Reddit kept putting our Tucson into my suggestions, and after a while, I was just like, well, fuck it, may as well join. And part of me feels a little wrong for doing that, because I haven't lived in Tucson in over 20, maybe not over 20 years, but over 18 years? It's been about 18 years since I moved out of Tucson. I can't even really go visit Tucson, because I got a warrant for my arrest there. But actually, I could go visit Tucson. Come to think of it, I could go visit Tucson right now. Wow. Visiting Tucson sounds like a really good idea now that I'm suddenly thinking about it. So, I'm not working at Amazon right now. Why? VTO. They're handing out VTO in a big way right now. Voluntary time off. Business is way down. And they've got way more people staffed than they need. So they're trying to cut their labor costs by, hey, please take the day off. Yeah, come on, you want to take the day off. And not get paid. For the most part, I don't want to take the day off and not get paid. But today I did. Had a bit of a sore throat. I've been having sinus drainage lately. And add to that, just the intense depression that kicked in from Priscilla just point blank last night after rubbing up against me naked, telling me that she absolutely did not want to have sex with me and wasn't going to have sex with me, period. And whatever bullshit justification of it was, and just leaving me more sexually frustrated than she was when she got in my bed. Yeah, I just, when the VTO opportunity came over, I'm just like, you know what, I don't feel like taking this level of depression to work. I don't feel like being at work. Monday night I was just tired. When I got off work Sunday night, Monday morning, I don't think I've vlogged that at all. I don't think I've really explained it in my vlog since at all. Basically what I did after work Sunday night, Monday morning is I walked down to Van Buren, caught the Van Buren bus, and I hustled. I ran to catch the bus, which actually caught me on a bus sooner than I should have been on. I should have just took a little hang time in the break room and then leisurely walked and caught the bus after that, because that bus ended up getting me to 32nd Street in Van Buren way earlier than I needed to be there. And then and I discovered something interesting. One of the contractors with Valley Metro is right there on 79th Avenue, just south of Amazon. So, if the not-in-service buses actually provided service in the places that they drive, not only would I have the option of getting on, and I took screenshots of it, not only would they have the option of getting on a 41 or a 3 or walking east or west to a 75 or an 83 or my favorite, the I-10 Rapid, leaving out of that facility but not offering rides because, quote unquote, not in service, was also 41s and 29s. Being able to catch a 29 from there and riding it to wherever it officially starts the 29 route, and then going east from there would be helpful as fuck to me. The whole not in service bus thing just grinds my gears. It really does. So yeah, I noticed that was interesting. Anyway, got on the bus, went to 32nd Street, got food, paid cash, still missing my EBT card. Although one thing I actually did today, I did actually get motivated. A couple times I Googled what I needed to do to replace my EBT card, got the phone number, and I hate calling to handle things, because most of the time I just get these automated phone systems that don't fucking work, and they try my patience, they drain my battery, and just end up frustrated. And that's kind of how that call went. I'm not sure what time I called. I don't know, 9 p.m. ish. It was after Priscilla was off work, though. I know that, because she came in and started touching on me. Again, didn't follow through with any of that. And left me more sexually frustrated than when she started. Wish she'd have just fucking not come in at all. But yeah, I called, and initially the automation, it wanted my EBT card number, which obviously I don't know. Obviously I can't read off the card because I'm missing the fucking card. Where there was the option of missing card, which I took. And then after that, it asked for my case number. Do you honest to God think I fucking know that? Get real. I mean, as I recall, I needed that case number to set up my PIN number when I first got the EBT card. And even with all my paperwork from DES, I couldn't for the life of me figure out, of all the different numbers on the fucking piece of paper, which one was the one that they wanted me to key in. I couldn't believe it, being asked for that again. Are you fucking kidding me? My shit is lost. I was trying to replace my card. Anyway, I don't remember exactly how the voice prompts went after that, because there wasn't an option for press this or say this if you don't know it. It's just the assumption that I know this arbitrary number, which of course I don't. Anyway, eventually I got through to a person, and even that threw me for a loop a little bit, because the person sounded like a recording. It took me some rather awkward interactions with that person before I realized, oh my God, you're a human. I'm trying to talk to you like a computer. I felt kind of like an asshole for that, but maybe if we weren't in an environment where we're always talking to computers when we call a phone number, if all phones were actually answered by humans, maybe I would treat the voice at the other end of the phone like it was a human. It took me a while to figure out that was a human. Once I realized it was a human, I kind of changed my approach, and she was very helpful. I wish I remember her name. She was absolutely an absolute sweetheart, and she was able to sort everything out for me. I should have a new EBT card in 7 to 10 days, I think. So, and that's fine. At least I'm not at this point dependent on it for food. It'll help my situation. It's nice to be able to get grocery benefits, but it's not a deal breaker on whether or not I eat, thank God. But sorry, I'm not making a lot of sense today. It's just, welcome to my world. That's why you watch this channel, I guess. So Monday, by the way, I'm headed to Speedy Street Tacos, because when Priscilla's offered to get burritos for me for whatever reason, this place, which is my favorite place for burritos, she's unwilling to get them from here. Last week when she got a burrito, and I was like, I'm like, oh, you didn't go to Speedy Street Tacos. And she's just like, I'm from Atlanta. I like my Mexican food homogenized. And voice in the back of my head, it's like, yeah. And I'm from Arizona. I like my black girls to be Hispanic. Anyway, I didn't go there, but that was in the back of my head. Like, sorry, I like my Mexican food to be Mexican food. Call me weird. Anyway, and then she got all pissed off. She told me the next day that that's why she didn't, after she said she was going to give a little bedroom fun. She said that that's why she didn't that night, because I complained about the burrito and didn't appreciate her enough. Bitch, you don't appreciate me enough if you're bringing me fucking Chipotle and not like real Mexican food made by real Mexicans. So who's not appreciating who? Fuck you. Why are you still in my daughter's bedroom with your fucking home office job? Anyway, am I bitter? Yes, I'm quite bitter. Anyway, I was going to explain what happened that led up to that, but you know what? I'm finally by the place that I really want a burrito from, a craving a burrito from, so I'm going to get a burrito. And maybe I'll explain it in the next video, and maybe I won't. I don't really know what I'm doing. Maybe I'll throw myself in front of a moving train and end this nightmare. I don't know. Like and subscribe to find out.